Hi, I'm Donna Davis, and I am here with Pam Snow. She works with Fleming Flooring and Design, and she's joined us today to answer all of your questions when it comes to flooring and especially carpet. So we want to invite you to put your questions in the comments, and we will get to those questions, and we'll go through a lot of things that'll sort of help you with everything you need to know about buying carpet. Pam, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Donna. I appreciate it, and I look forward to helping educate people on things they might need to know about carpet.
So let's start with this. I know we have some video of the showroom that we can show. So tell us just a little bit about Fleming and how you operate and about your showroom.
Okay, that's a pleasure. Fleming's a great company. It's been around for since 1971, as a matter of fact, and it's still a family-owned and operated business. We care about our customers. We pride ourselves on customer service, trying to be sure that they are taken care of, that we know their needs, that we do a good job for them. And in all honesty, referral is a huge portion of our business. And so it's important to us to continue those relationships and continue to build that.
Of course. And you guys also work with professionals as well as just, regular customers, homeowners, and that kind of thing, right?
Oh, yes. Builder customers, contractors are a huge portion of our business. And it's important to continue that relationship as well because they continue on during times such as what we've had with the pandemic and so forth. We've been considered an essential business. And so it's important for us to continue to operate and to operate at our best.
So you have a large showroom, and in fact, you can't even tell from the video how huge this is. A huge selection and all types of flooring, right?
We do. We have a large selection of all types of flooring, carpet, of course, luxury vinyl plank, hardwoods and engineered hardwoods, tile as well. And so we kind of cover the gamut on all of those, as well as performing, not only offering products, but performing installation.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about, I know that Fleming is very consultative. They're not going to just come in and try to sell you on the most expensive thing, but talk to you a lot about your needs and what type of carpet or hardwood is going to meet your needs the most. Tell me a little bit about your background and how that enables you to really help people rather than just sell.
Right. My background is interior design. I went to school for that. It was many moons ago, but I did that and have continued to work with people in the interior design field. I started in lighting actually, and did a lot of work with lighting with Georgia Lighting years ago. Continued to do in-home consultations and did merchandising at home stores and design consultations there as well, and then moved on into flooring in the last 6 years. So I've covered kind of all the different finishes.
And you know how it all works together. So I think that is a great background. I love that you're an interior designer by trade. So it really is about helping the customer. So let's do a little carpet 101 shopping. This is great for me because I really don't know anything about it. So what are the basic things that you should look at when you're shopping for carpet?
Well, as I try to tell and talk with the customers when they come in, there are a lot of questions that we'll ask, and sometimes they seem a little overwhelming sometimes, but it's all to get to the point of knowing how they live, what kind of lifestyle they have, what they want that carpet to do and perform for them is quite important. So do you have an active home? Are you an empty nester? Do you have pets? Do you rescue pets? All of those things kind of come into play. And it's an important part of what we do because different carpet fibers, different looks, different patterns, different styles are more appropriate for one type of situation than another. So, for instance, if you had, maybe you rescued pets and maybe they happen to be cats, I would not necessarily recommend that you do a loop carpet because their claws can pull those loops and you'll have frayed carpet. Some cats even like to use carpet for a scratching post, or so I have been told. So it's very it's very important to know how the customer lives and what they like to do in order to help provide them with the best product that they need.
So let's go to, I have pictures of your website pulled up, so we should be able to go to that. And I want you to kind of go through, we can go through some of these and you can just kind of give us examples of what is out there. Like I know there's a huge selection when it comes to, you know, just the look and the texture and the styles and colors and that kind of thing. So just tell me a little bit about what we're seeing.
Okay, so there are thousands of different options. A lot of what you're seeing on this particular page is considered a loop carpet. So all of these have different versions. Some of them have more loops than others. Some of them have less. The loops are used to create the pattern oftentimes, and so sometimes it will work. Now we've moved to more of a cut pile, if my vision is correct, and it is just, it's going to be something that's going to be more beneficial if you're concerned about activity of a pet, or if you have small children that they use a lot of trucks and down on the floor a lot, and you're concerned that they'll pick those loops and pull them. But I'm sorry?
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Oh, yeah, because it makes a big difference on what you select, and even within each of those styles and types, there's different types of construction. So some of them are looser than others, give you a softer feel. Some are a little firmer underfoot, and so oftentimes that even can be part of your decision-making process. And every fiber is going to be made in almost every type and style. So you'll have anything, you may have a cut and loop and a polyester, as well as a smart strand or triexta, as well as a nylon and a wool product. So there's all different types of options there.
Yeah, and I love how your website enables people to really do a lot of shopping before they come in to talk to you. So tell us a little bit about the choices and things that you can do on the website, and I'll try to follow you with it. Like we have type and brand and product, and then we have, you know, all the different colors and that kind of thing. So I'll, you know, I just kind of want to demonstrate how you can use your website because I love it that you can do all of this.
Okay, yeah. If you pull up something, I'll try to walk you through it. There are different. You can sort by color, of course. You can sort by texture and type. You can sort even by brand, which would be a manufacturer, which I can mention now that we have a lot of names that support us and that we can support them. So we carry the Shaw line, we carry Tuftex, we carry Mohawk and Karastan. And in addition, we carry additional lines such as Maslin and Dixie, Stanton, and Fiberworks. And they all have sort of a different niche oftentimes. They have crossover, but they do have different niches. So if you come in and you say, I'm looking for something very specific like your stair runner, then that may lead us to one brand over the other, just to help you with that selection process. Oftentimes,
I love this.
yeah, it's a good thing, and there are some additional features on the website where you can take a picture of your room and import different carpets into that space. It's under the design aspect of it of the website, and it can.
Okay, if you can lead me, I'll show that. I'll demonstrate
let's see
that. Let's see. I've got carpet pulled up. Is there a place where it says design?
I think it goes on your sidebar. I'm sorry, I can't. my vision is not super great.
You may not be able to see all this.
So I may not be seeing everything. Oh, that's fine. If we go back to the home page, maybe I think.
Okay.
It would show, if you scroll on down where it says design
design
tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can, if you pop in there, there's it may not be totally execute it, but it says like design a room. There are things that they have on there. There's a workbook, so if you start seeing things, it's sort of like collecting your favorites. But you can take a picture of your room and download it onto your phone, and then you can import the different types of products that you might want to consider. So that, I think, is the gallery possibly, and you can, if I'm seeing this correctly. But we've been able to use it with a lot of our customers. It's allowed them to see the product a little bit more clearly in the space, especially if you're changing from, say, a dark carpet to a light carpet, or vice versa. Maybe it's always been light and you want to put in something that would be a little bit darker because maybe you have those active children now or pets that you didn't have before. And you can navigate through that and get a better visual of what you might be looking at. It can be very helpful.
Yeah, there's so much to explore here. You have the design tool where you can upload the picture, and then you can pick different rooms, and there really is a lot of fun to be had on this website. But I will get back to carpet and the way that you live again. So if you do have pets, like we do, we have a cat and 2 dogs, and and we're shopping for carpet. So what kind of things would what can we look at that would be the most stain resistant that you can get? And of course, have consideration of, Kitty does sharpen her claws on the carpet.
Yeah.
Even though we have scratching post.
That's right. They seem to do that. I would always recommend something with more cut fiber on it versus the loop, because it would prevent them from finding that spot to pick and continue to do so. It's also going to allow them to, you just won't notice. And if it's a combination of cut and loop, the more cut there is, the better off you are. But if they were to pick at that loop, oftentimes the best thing to do is just to go down low and snip that fiber so they can't just continue to pull on that. As far as stain resistance goes, every carpet has a form of stain resistance on it of some sort. If you were telling me that you were most concerned about those pet stains and pet accidents, one of my starting points would be, at that point, deciding on what budget you would need. Polyester is more budget friendly, and it also has some inherent cleanability to it. So you have a lot of the pet protection that you would naturally have because it's inherent to the polyester. Smart Strand, which is made by Mohawk, scientific name is Triexta. It is also extremely cleanable and very good for pets. They have, the way I try to best explain it to people is it has no open dye sites, so the stains don't penetrate into the fiber. In the process of producing the fiber, they heat it up to such an extent that it accepts the color, and then as it cools down, it closes those sites, so that what they have basically accomplished in doing is that they are able to put the stain or the liquid of any type will just basically rest on the top of that fiber and not penetrate into it. Doesn't mean it doesn't soak down into the base of the carpet, but it doesn't stay there. It can be wicked up. It has a full pet warranty. So all pet fluids are under that warranty. And this might be a good spot for me to deviate for a moment and just say, with warranties, every manufacturer will have one. So depending on how you care for that product, would depend a little bit on what the warranty is. So I always recommend that they check the manufacturer's website, because it's going to give them the best information, I think, on exactly what the details are. We have manufacturers in our showroom that we can stand behind because of our experience with them, and also because they stand behind us to care for our customers as well. So they take care of us. We want to be sure we take care of you. And it's kind of the way Fleming has continued to do business over the years.
Yeah. Have you seen over the 6 years that you've been working in flooring, have you seen real improvements in this whole stain resistant area?
I believe so. We really have. Even in the nylons and for instance, I'm sure Stainmaster is a brand name that most people know, and Stainmaster makes a terrific nylon fiber, and it's very stain resistant. They even have a Pet Protect stain fiber, and it just has additional cleanability. It releases pet hair very well. It's always going to be in a nylon product, to my knowledge. You never know when something new's coming, but and it just is a very cleanable product and will allow you to clean that space. But I think over time, yes, I think it has improved greatly with all the different protections that they have.
Yeah, I mean, that has got to be a growing area. We've seen even in this pandemic, more people are out getting pets, so
Right, exactly.
This is
And since
definitely
pets,
a way of
yeah.
life.
When pets become more and more a part of our lives, then obviously the industry has to address it and make sure that they are on task. And because 9 times out of 10, if someone has a pet, they come in looking for carpet that will accommodate not only their needs, but the needs of their pet, because it's a very important part of our lives.
Yeah, well, our pets don't care what we.
They
They're
don't care
happy
what
to
we
ruin
have.
it, no matter what it is. Yeah,
That's right. But we like to be able to clean it up.
yeah. I always say that pets support the flooring industry because they're always messing up your floors, no matter what you do. The little claw marks on your hardwoods, and
Absolutely.
the stains on your carpets, and that kind of thing. But so let's talk a little bit about shag carpet. Is that
Okay.
coming back at all?
Yes, we have, from the time I started till now, I still see shag products on the market. I don't know that they will totally ever go away. It just has a place for that person who maybe doesn't have a tremendous amount of carpet, but really loves that soft, dig your toes in kind of feel. They change a little bit over time. I think the shag fibers are a little thicker and chunkier now, maybe not as thin and loose and long, but I feel like they have been here the whole time, and I haven't heard or seen any indicator that they're going away.
They're certainly much prettier. Like we have
Yes.
a rug down here in our studio, and it's shag, but it's not at all the shag I grew up with. It's actually really
Right.
pretty.
Yeah, and I think that's all part of it as well. Sometimes it's a mixture of the yarns and the type of materials that they put together and the thickness and the tenure and just everything.
So what should people know about a carpet pad? Because that can make a real difference in your price. So tell me a little bit about, just educate me on the differences in choices and why, you might want to get more pad.
Okay, with the carpet pad, there are different types out there. There are the solid memory foam, there are rebond pads, there are ones that have a moisture barrier on top, which if you have that pet that has accidents, it's always a good thing to have because it prevents any stain from going down into the carpet. It basically has a film on the top of it, and it prevents the liquid from going through the carpet into the pad, which you can get things out of the carpet, but once it gets down into that pad, there's no way to get that out. And then there are different types of rubber pads. There are a lot of options out there. We have found that 90% of the time, I'll use that number for my best guess, we have found that an 8-pound pad, whether it's a rebond or maybe someone wants a little more cushion, it's an all memory foam, or it's that moisture barrier pad which helps prevent the liquids from going through the carpet into the pad, that allows your carpet to wear what I would say to its maximum potential. So in other words, you have enough cushion underneath to make it feel soft underfoot, but it's not working against the carpet so that you are wearing that carpet out prematurely.
Yeah. So that's a great explanation about the pad. And when it comes to the carpet, tell me why price might not be the best way to shop for a carpet.
I think when you're looking at price, everybody always has a budget, and it's important for us to be aware and be respectful of that budget. What we always need to let you know is the differences in the fibers that you're getting for the price point that you are wanting to stay within. So, for instance, if we're looking at someone who needs something very cleanable, a polyester is very cleanable and much more budget friendly. So if you know that, let's say you have an active household and you have children that might be from the ages of 4 to 8, and you know in 5 years, more than likely you're going to have to change that carpet. We can offer you a very cleanable carpet that would last you that 5 years and allow you not to overspend on your budget and would be sufficient for your needs at this time. If you happen to be an empty nester and you have grandchildren that come to visit and say you have a pet and it's just 2 of you on a regular basis, but you don't really want to put carpet in again in a short term, then I would recommend a Smart Strand or a Mohawk Tri-Extra Smart Strand so that you would know that the longevity of how long that carpet would last would be much greater. You're talking, doubling that plus, depending on how much wear and activity it gets. It's going to be a little bit more money, but over the long haul, it's going to last longer. So oftentimes it depends on what you really need to accomplish. Every carpet, let me just make this clear, every carpet has a level of stain protection, and they all are going to have some warranty information that's going to allow you to know how long this carpet might last you and what it might accomplish. So we get into the details of explaining to you how something is going to wear, what the purpose is of it, how things are going to wear on a set of stairs versus just a wall-to-wall installation. And then, of course, rugs. We do a huge amount of rugs at Fleming where we can cut and bind them to the size that to your liking for the room that you need, because so many people are doing hardwood floors now.
So, and you can make the rug out of any carpet, right? Somebody can come in and pick out a carpet and you can make the rug from that, right?
Absolutely. We have a couple of limitations on that, meaning the width of the carpet. However, the width is, as long as one of those dimensions is not wider than what the width of the carpet is, we can make you a rug. We sure can.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Pam, if we can, with what time we have left, I'd love to go through if there's anything that you would like to show on the website that I can demonstrate, and it may be difficult for you to see, but we've demonstrated how you can go on your website, you can put in any color, you can shop by type, brand, product, color, and there's a design room and that kind of thing. If there's anything you would like me to pull up, and we can kind of demonstrate that, because it really is a fantastic website. There's so much you can do with it.
Right. The website does offer some very detailed information. It gives you carpets and hardwoods, tile, laminate, LVP, and even some commercial. It gives you some services as well. It's going to show you some of our works. It's going to show you some of the in-stock. It also allows you to look at floor care and maintenance, which sometimes is very beneficial to a customer before they even purchase, to know how they have to care for that particular product. And some of those are more general tips, and then we can always, defer to the manufacturer to have a better idea of what they specifically might like to know. We want it to be educational as well as visually appealing, so that you see objects and products that you might be interested in. And I know, when you're looking, we do a lot of browsing trying to find the look that we like, etc. And, like I said, there are different fibers that suit different needs. If there's any promotions we have going on, those will be on the website as well. It'll show us some installation of work that we have done. Hopefully it gives you a little bit more about us. So stair runners, that's always a big thing for people to take a look at because it's harder to visualize stairs on a carpet on a set of stairs, excuse me. And then, like I said, with the rugs, tile installation, I mean, we try to cover the gamut. And as you know, a website is always in progress and always improving and changing. And that keeps it current, and that's what we want to be about.
Yeah, and it is really a fun place.
Yeah.
You've got a big team of people. You've got plenty of, help for customers. Tell me a little bit about your team.
We have a really great team. We do installations as well. So we do have a great warehouse staff. We have a lot of people in our back office, so to speak, that handles the processing and the accounting and the orders and the inputs and all that kind of thing. And that takes a whole specialized team. And then we have our project managers, and some of those are designated more for builder customers, and some are designated more for retail customers. And I think and then all of our installation guys. We also have tile manager, and he deals with tile installation specifically. But on our showroom floor, it's our job as the showroom designers to really help you understand what the products are, get a grasp of what you need, and then be able to communicate that to the appropriate project managers so that when they come out to see your home and do a site location visit and do the measure on the spaces so that you know exactly what products are necessary to complete the task, you will have a good idea of exactly what you would be incurring, both cost-wise, time-wise, what energy you have to put into it in order to get these things accomplished. We do all the heavy lifting and things like that, but we do ask, in order to be careful and maintain your property and your things, that small things and things like that we ask you take care of so that then there's no damage done.
Right. Are there any other points that you want to make before we wrap up? Things that I didn't ask you about, things consumers or homeowners should want to know or need to know?
Yeah, we always have questions such as, why should I come here instead of going to, say, Home Depot? And I think my answer is always one of, we have a business that has been in business and been created by a family who cares about this community. We live here among the community. We work with them. We go to school with them. They're our neighbors, our friends, our family. Our reputation is always on the line. And I think you will find that we each within our team take ownership of the projects that we are doing. And that's always our goal, to take an ownership of it, to be able to service you better and be able to solve your particular flooring issue, whatever that might be. Even if it's just I've just bought a home, I need to get carpet in to refresh it. How quickly can we do that? So therefore, we offer in-stock options as well as options that we can order. There are too many options to be able to have a huge stock of all materials. So we do have limited stock options, but most things get to us in a pretty short fashion. Most of the carpet industry is just up the road in Dalton, Calhoun, Adairsville area. And so we have an advantage here in that we can get materials to you very quickly.
I absolutely love the family-owned business, the level of service that you're going to get with that family-owned business.
Right. And it's important to us. Many of our installers have been with us for many, many years. So it's all become very much of a family business that we all take pride in what we do, and we all stay very busy. And that's a good thing.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people like the idea of family-owned because, for a number of reasons, like all the things that you said about being community oriented. But I also think that person who has worked in a business like that is probably going to have more longevity and experience and be able to answer the questions better than the big box stores.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of us have been there for a long time. I'm not the newest kid on the block for Fleming, but I am newer than a lot of them who have been there, upwards close to 10 years and more. So it's been a great experience for me personally, and I thoroughly enjoy working with the team that we have. And we all really try to help each other because in the end, the consumer is our goal, to help them be satisfied with their particular outcome. And that's quite important to us.
Yeah, so anything else that you want to cover before we wrap up today?
I've covered most of the things, unless there's something that just is a red flag for you or something you've missed or thought about. Like I said, there's always, within every carpet, there's always options. So as I tell people, when you look for when you come in and you think you know what you're looking for, look for a bit, see what you like. Then we can help you possibly find something that's even better suited, whether it be the appropriate fiber or the appropriate price point or even a timeline that you need to meet.
Yeah. Okay, thanks so much for being here today, Pam Snow, and we'll see you next time. And we are here with Fleming Flooring every first Thursday of the month at 11 o'clock. So we'll see you next time. Thanks, Pam.
Thank you for having me.